What's up guys, Los here, back in the Retro Cave. I just got done over at the Sacramento Video Game Convention, and this is a game convention that I've never been to before. I was kind of interested to see how they set it up because I have been at this place before for toy conventions, and this convention was actually pretty good. It was a Sunday, so there wasn't a lot of people there, which I like because I don't like being in the crowds and stuff. And there was a lot of inventory there, as you can see from this footage. So many games, so many plastics, so many things to choose from. It was kind of overwhelming, to tell you the truth. I didn't need anything there. I mean, I have like any video game that you can think of, I have it. And I didn't really go too wild as far as the spending this time around, but you know, I did pick up some stuff. I did see some stuff that was personally interesting to me, and so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got. Okay, first of all, let's see what I picked out here in my bag. Picked up a copy of Beyond Good and Evil. Now this game is an awesome game. It also appeared on the Xbox and the GameCube. I did review this game back here in the day. That was a GameCube version though. I saw this for the PS2 and I figured I'm gonna pick this up. This game has also been remastered. I think you can purchase it like on the PlayStation Network or whatever, but it's always good to have the PlayStation 2 version because I still do play my PlayStation 2, and so figured I'd pick this up. The next game I have here is The Darkness 2 for the Xbox 360. This is a game that has always interested me, and I know that there's a first edition. This is the limited edition of The Darkness 2. I want to pick up both of the games for the Xbox 360. I think the Xbox 360 plays first-person shooters quite well, and so this is a first-person shooter that I was interested in, and I figured I'd pick it up. And I also picked up The Witcher 2. This is the enhanced edition for the Xbox 360. Love the Witcher games. I love playing Wild Hunt, The Witcher 3. I played that game and beat all the DLC to it, and so I figured I want to add this one to my collection. This is an awesome series, awesome set of games, and the price was right for those 3 games. It was buy 2 get 1 free at this booth that I was at, and I got all 3 of these games for like $30. So that's not too bad. And then I had to keep it a little bit retro, and the first thing I'm going to show you here is this good old school NES Max controller. This is the controller that I had when I was a kid growing up playing Nintendo. This is the one that had the turbo button and the weird kind of cyclone controller, if you will. I saw it for $15 and it's the original controller. It's a little yellow. I don't know if you can tell here on the screen, but I saw it and I thought to myself, I have to have this. I have to have a piece of my childhood. This is the way, guys, that I could play Turbo on Track and Field 2. So I had to have this controller because I want to play Track and Field 2 and actually win, because the button mashing is difficult to win on that game. And the next bunch of games I'm going to show you here are all Atari 2600 games. Yes, there were all of these, disc-based games, cartridge-based games, but I'm an old school guy, and this is the Big Retro Show, and so I picked up some Atari games because I recently got an Atari from my brother and sister-in-law. They hooked me up with one, and it works perfectly. It's awesome, and so I'm excited to have this back in my collection. I used to have one growing up, and I picked up some games for it. So the first game I picked up is Mario Brothers for the Atari 2600. Classic Mario game. I don't know if this predates the Donkey Kong version of Mario. I think it came after. This is when we first saw Luigi in the mix of the Mario games. So if you've never played this game, it's a lot of fun. You can play 2 players at once, and we always used to play this game back in the day. This was also an arcade game too, so little home conversion on the Atari 2600, never hurt anyone, right? Next game I picked up is Spider-Man for the Atari 2600. This is a simple Spider-Man. This is no PS5 version of Spider-Man. This is the Atari 2600 version, and it's the very first Spider-Man game that I played. And I loved it. Back in the day, you climb up buildings, you swing your webs. It's a fun game. It is a fun game, and I didn't have it in my little Atari 2600 collection, so I picked it up. Next up, I have Defender for the Atari 2600. This was a game that we used to play back in the day with my brother. It was one of the handful of games that we had, and so I figured I'm gonna pick this up because this is just pure nostalgia for me, guys. It's pure nostalgia. And next up we have Phoenix. This is a game that I always saw commercials for, and I wanted to have it in my collection. I thought it looked interesting. To me, it looks kind of like a Space Invaders kind of game where, you know, you have a ship and you're blasting away aliens and stuff like that. And so I thought it was interesting. I did see the commercials back in the day, but I never got to play it back in the day. So now I get to play it. And finally, I picked up Night Driver. To tell you the truth, I don't really remember what this game is about or what it's about. And you know, I do like the cover art. Man, you gotta love that Atari cover art. Check that out. I don't know if you can see that. But hey, it's a Night Driver, and I do a lot of driving, so I figured I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. And all of these games right here, he was asking 35 bucks for them. And I wanted to save a little bit because they are Atari games and they are really old and there's not a big market for them, and he had tons of them. So I offered him 30 bucks for these games, and he said fine, $5 off. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So I picked them up, guys. I picked them up. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, I didn't go too crazy over at this game convention. I did see a lot of things that, you know, I wish I had, but they were just too expensive. It's something about the price of retro gaming, like this Dracula X cartridge that I saw. It's like 500 bucks. It's like, I don't have 500 bucks to spend on one cartridge, one piece of plastic. So the state of retro gaming is very much a rich man's hobby these days, because the prices are just out there. They are really out there. So, you know, I only had a budget to work with, and so I didn't go too crazy here, but you know, there was a lot of inventory there and a lot of valuable inventory at that. Another aspect of this convention that I liked was there was a free play room, and at this free play room is they had a bunch of consoles that I've never played before. So there was a 3DO there that I played that I had never played before. It was good. You know, I kind of liked it. I wish that there was a way that I could play it now, because I don't have a 3DO. But there were some obscure systems there, like the Vectrex was there as well. And they had a couple of prototype games there as well, set up so that people can play them. And so I did a little bit of that as well, not too much. I'd spent, you know, a couple hours there wandering around. This was a smaller show. You know, it's nothing big like a Comic-Con is, but there was a lot of games in, and you know, I found what I found, and I'm happy with the pickups that I got. And so yeah, I know it was a good way to spend a Sunday afternoon here in California. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I got more content on the way, and you don't want to miss it. So you should subscribe right now. Do it now. Anyways, guys, I will catch you next time on the Big Retro Show. Peace.